Hello again, everyone. I did a couple of minor tests off camera just to see what would happen, and I've concluded that I probably need some more components to achieve an orbital rig. So we're going to start with the advanced rocketry, the last tech in this stage, because I think it's going to leave us almost exactly enough to get something from that next step. Yes, it did. And what is this? This is the bigger engine and a jumbo fuel tank. So that's the big brute launch pair there, or at least the start of it. Tempting, very tempting. Let's see. But let's see what this fuel tank and stuff look like before we go any further. So I'm just going to load up the Mark 13. Oh, it's already loaded. That's good. This is the latest horror that I have been developing here. Let's haul this off. Let's grab the new tanks and see what they look like. So this holds, oh, that's booster, so this holds 360. This holds 180 and 110. I don't believe I have any cross-feeding technology yet. No, none of that. And this, yeah, provides a non-existent quantity of thrust. This is more of a lunar landing or something. The question is, will this hold more liquid fuel than that there? I don't know if there's any way for me to measure that. So let's see, if each one of these is 180, so 180, so two of these, 280, 360, exactly the same amount of fuel as these. It's just more stable. That's too bad. I was hoping for something a little more oomphy, shall we say. And this holds 90, and probably, if my hunch is correct, 2, 3, 180. So that one, hold on. Now the question is, weight for weight, is there any difference? Total mass, 2.25, 4.5. So two of these would weigh 4.5, exactly the same weight as this. So there's, let's see, max temp, there are max 1450, same max temperature, a little more drag from the new one. Nope, same drag. Where's the difference? Less dry mass. I cannot see, other than the fact that these are supposedly a little more stable, I actually can't see a functional difference between them. So that's too bad. Alright, well that's unfortunate. I was hoping for something a little more dramatic than that. Alright, let's throw on, if we throw on only 3 of these, that makes it a little less tall. Throw on the same engine, because that's all we've got so far. And then a single decoupler. Alright, now it's the challenging part. We want a stack of 6 of these. And we want them a little lower than the center one, because we're going to throw on a stack there, and come on. Alright, let's do it this way. we'll throw a super big booster on the very bottom. So that's more or less the same design we've been using all along. Only difference is, alright, let's see, and that does indeed successfully assemble. Just drop that down a little. The question is, will it be stable? So it's designs like this that make me tempted to go for the strut tech section of the tree. Alright, so that's these guys. That's that central core. So we need to take these 6, move that, move that, move that. You 3 move down there. One more stage here. I'm just not sure if it's just a stability issue with... So if we assume that these are behaving as expected. Let's see, so 1. Back. Nope, that's definitely not the right trio. It's not doing its usual. Sensible. Alright, so if we start... Alright, we're going to remove that one. Keep that one. Remove that one. Let's pull these 4 down here and make sure that this pair is... Alright, so that's a safe pair, so we need this one to come out of there. So you 3 stay there, and you go up there, and we save the Rover Mark XIV 14. Now I'm really not sure about this design because it still has some of the same flaws, but hopefully with a slightly lighter atmospheric control surfaces, always useful, always good for not flopping around like, and I think we better get some up here too, because I think we'll still be in the lower atmosphere when this stage fires up, so we need those right there. Alright, let's go hit the launch pad and see what happens. And if this doesn't work, I think I will... Alright, launching in. Whoa, that is not generally considered the signs of a successful, well, anything. 3, 2, 1, liftoff. Alright, it looked a lot worse than it actually was, although I think this thing is extraordinarily unstable based on the way the thrust is tipping. Are we tipping? I think we're tipping or drifting. It looks like tipping is the answer. And it is incapable of recovering. Lane. It does look awfully hilarious as it's failing though, doesn't it? Almost makes me wish there was a parachute on this. I think I'd be able to save it. Which would be kind of hilarious, wouldn't it? Alright. Stack D, God, there's just all sorts of... So it's just... Okay, it's just not going to work as designed. Alright. Okay, so... I mean, the short of it is, it may just be that an orbital rig is not possible with the tech I currently have. So let's examine some new possibilities here. Oops. Those possibilities might include not accidentally clicking on the VAB again. Research. Excuse me. And I have to record a little later than I would like on ideal circumstances. And so, oh. Alright, this is no use to me until we can get to other planets. Accelerometer. Size is basically, yeah, that's not going to help me at all. I don't think these are really going to help what I want to do, except the strut would be potentially useful, but I think, let's see, I could just throw a Command Pod Mark 1 on top of the Prober Mark 8, which functioned, and try and get a Kerbin, some reports from a Kerbin in orbit. That could be cool. No EVAs, but could be very cool. That's all landing related things. Okay, it's either the big old engine, and we go full liquid engine. You know what? I have everything I need to get a Kerbin into high orbit and back again. So it says here in fine print, we're going to research space tech. And the next here will give us a better command pod, and that may come operated with EVA, although they can't RCS thrust. So, but that's a distant future thing. For the moment, my goal is to redesign the Mark 8, not this thing here. The good old Prober Mark 8, 6, 7, 8, which worked pretty nicely. We're going to yank the sealing off of it. Everything below this decoupler needs to be redesigned. And that is the RCS component. So we need, oh, it's going to be the Kerbal Mark IV4. Alright, and you can go, in fact, you can go, and we'll leave it like that for now. We'll get rid of you. And our new core is the Command Pod Mark 1. Welcome to the party. Alright. Next, we'll just quickly slap this on the... Nope, that's not going to work. Alright, we'll just redo that. So below it, we need a heat shield, because I'm not positive the heat shield that comes with is adequate. In fact, we'll assume the worst, but that should make the whole works nice and heavy if I strap not one but two. Alright. There we are. Nope. Come on, you. There we go. One re-entry heat shield. One inline stabilizer. One... Alright. Completely unnecessary decoupler. 6 of you, because... Right, no, hold on. That actually goes like that. There we go. I put 6 of you on there. Batteries are effectively life support, so we need to keep you guys right there. We need a Kerbal re-entry survival unit, also known as that. Now, in theory, why does the pod have a action group here? I wonder what happens when we trigger that. That's interesting. Alright. So those are unchanged. These groups are unchanged. This lowest group is unchanged. So, action groups. We just need... Oh. No, we're going to assume Kerbal survival, which means we don't need to Flowerchild does all sorts of interesting stuff. Alright, let's... So all we need to do is get a couple of crew reports, and it might give us a pretty nice chunk of science. Let's hit the launch pad. This is the Mark 8, and it was a successful flight earlier in the previous episode. It should work, even though I guess I just wonder how much heavier this rig is. SAS on, launching in 3, 2, 1. Lift off. Okay. Well, so far so good. So far so good. It's not doing any precipitous tipping. It's not doing any... It's not tipping. Right? That's not a dramatic tip, is it? I can't tell. Poor Bill. Bill? Dude? Tell me that that's not tipping. I do not like where the center of that thrust is the problem. I think we're just drifting a little. Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear. No, 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 don't brake. Don't brake. Don't brake. Oh, no, 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 no. No, 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 no. It did break. Okay. Well, that's unfortunate. So that problem just persists. All right. Okay. So all we need is for that. Bill, this is not pretty, but RCS on. Might be able to peel it off. So this has gone slightly poorly. Alright. RCS off. SAS off. Eject the last component. Alright, so was it too heavy? Or what? Well, regardless, I think we're coming down in the ocean. Thank goodness for that little small favor. So I get the feeling I should not deploy the parachute until the last second here, because poor old Bill is not going to be happy with me. Okay. So I think the issue is coming from the much heavier upper stage. So I think I'm going to have to remove one liquid fuel section from the upper stage, which actually should give me a lot more efficient flight in the next attempt. But first I have to get poor old Bill to the ground safely here. He doesn't look too happy, does he? Not terrified, just not thrilled. 6, 5, 4, here we go. Oh, okay. Alright. That was, I will say that was mildly concerning when it wasn't responding there for a second. Yeah. Okay, so not a particularly successful attempt, but I think the struts have got to be my next investment, because yeah, I think I got maybe just a little. It'd be funny if I got just a tiny bit of science. I got a tiny bit of science from that, maybe. All right, back to the VAB, and let's examine this design here. So with the small probe on top, it worked just fine, but with the larger probe, it has not worked. So let's remove one tank of liquid propellant and see if this shorter, more compact rig will work any better. Alright, and launching in, I think it's okay. 3, 2, 1, lift off. And it's got a metric ton less liquid fuel here to actually move. So it should work a lot better, and it shouldn't break, which is what's been happening to me. This segment right here has been, and it broke again. Wow, that's fascinating. That's actually fascinating. All right. There we are. All right. Okay, so that is not going to work as well as I would have hoped. So that design is just fundamentally flawed. That's what I'm going with here. Alright. So all we need is for this thing to shake loose. Uh-oh. Nope. No, that's not going to work. Bill, I am so sorry. I have no idea if you are going to survive this. But it's not looking good. Just don't... Oh, what? Sorry, Bill. That was lame. Okay, I guess I gotta go hire some more Kerbals, or... Yeah, I have no... Oh! Bill and Bob are back. I've heard that they were supposed to be, Oh, I might have accidentally reverted. I didn't actually intend to do that. Well, okay. So... Design flaw of epic proportions. This is just not a strong enough linkage to handle. So let's try that design here. See, as I say, this is where that would be really nice. You two are in a group, so it's that one right there we need to remove as well, like so. Okay, well, it either will work or it will be horrible. Either way, let's see if we can have poor old Bill survive a tiny bit longer here. Launching in 3, 2, 1, lift off. Come on, hold it together. Hold it together. I'm just very impressed by how poorly this thing has been performing, considering the fact it was a successful high-altitude flying rig, and now it's just... It's an interesting game. Well, it looks like this one is actually going to do okay. And stage 2, I think we have passed the threshold of terror, shall we call it. Low altitude failures are particularly scary when there's a Kerbal sitting on top of the rocket. I just can't believe he got taken out by a flying piece of debris on the previous one. That was kind of hilarious. In a tragic, sad sort of way. So our only goal is to get this thing up as high as we can go. There's not going to be any finesse or anything to this. It's just going to be straight up and straight back down. Next stage. We are gaining speed at a goodly rate. We have cleared the first segment of atmosphere. straight up and up and up. Next set of engines. We are picking up speed in a nice pace now. Let's see how we're doing. 40. Oh, now we're gaining elevation really well. Alright, power to the engines. About 75, 60%. We are well out into orbital range here. And liquid fuel engine, you're up. Alright, we don't want to waste too much fuel here, but we want to get her out to 250,000. As high as we can go. If we can get a deep space and let's see, we are gaining speed at a nice rate now. So we can pull the throttle back a little further. Let's just give it a... No, we can't risk it until we're past the... I was thinking about doing a gravity turn, but... Ooh, that was almost tragic. Well, we are 50% of the tank left, and we're hitting the 200,000 mark now. So... it's going to be touch and go? No, not really. We are rising, 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 and then everything that's left will just, you know, it's going to hit the water, which is good. Let's do a little. That might be what I was missing. That may be the tool I was missing right there. Alright, let's SAS off, RCS our way over to horizontal because we just want to shallow out our. Alright, let's get a crew report. Very comforting to see that much green below you. Keep the data. Now let's just throw the rest of it into adjusting that a little. Just widen that out a little bit here. What an interesting angle. Okay, kill the engines. Get rid of the fuel tanks. We are now a free-floating RCS-powered spaceship. Apparently the RCS, a rig about this size is adequate to achieve re-entry, which is cool. Bill Kerman, congratulations on being the first Kerbal in deep space. In space and deep space, in fact. Let's see what Kerbin looks like. It is getting smaller and smaller. Alright, Guy. Bill. Since I didn't put any communication systems on here, all that's really left is, well, getting you to the ground alive, since we didn't put any way of transmitting any useful data back to Kerbin. So hopefully, the one thing I don't know for sure is if this thing can store multiple data logs. I mean, I would think it would make sense that you could store 2 separate experiments in the case of these types of devices, a slight memory unit. Alright, we have passed the threshold. No, we have to... Oh, that... Interesting. Okay. So only one crew report can be stored at a time. Bill, it looks like to me, like we either are going to have to include... Yeah, okay, so I can't store multiple crew reports, it looks like. Alright. Alright, so this is going just swimmingly. Alright, let's just get ourselves a little faster here. We want to go over our apoapsis and start aiming for the retrograde angle so that we know, so that we're oriented for re-entry. And we want to turn... Uh-oh. Why can't I control anything? Oh. Slow down, slow down, slow down. SAS off. Whoa, 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 whoa. This little beastie is sure bloody responsive. Even with the fine... These are supposed to be the fine controls I'm using here, too. Alright, so, direction of travel. Now, are we going to hit the water? It sure looks like it, but... Alright. Alright, we're rotating. There we are. Alright, I remember how this works a little bit better now. Alright, let's try and get rid of those. Alright, we are a free-floating doom box now, but hopefully those have been given enough push to not impact us on the way down. Alright, a little time warping until we hit the atmosphere, and then really it's going to be touch and go the whole way down. Here it comes, the atmosphere. Alright, and where are... I don't even know where the other pieces are, all I know. Oh, no, 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 that's not good. We're going to hit land. We're going to hit land. That is unfortunate. Okay, sorry, Bill. This may be... Gentlemen, ladies and gentlemen, we may have a tragedy in our hands. Alright, re-entry. Good. That's the sound of the other pieces exploding on their way through, but this has survived without any nasty incidents. Alright. 6,000, 5,000, 5,000. I just hope the elevation isn't too at 4,000. 3,000. 2,000. My hands are sweating a little. 1,000. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5. Deploy, deploy. Oh, yes, yes. Our first successful orbital flight. Now just don't... Oh. Oh. Well, that was kind of scary. But he lived. And we got... How much science do we get for successfully returning a Kerbal from orbit? 24. Oh! Cool. Okay, so crew reports at that elevation are... Ooh, okay, they're biome dependent. Useful. So that is extraordinarily useful. So we have... So if we alter our angle and hit some other... Maybe we are going to have to put a transmitter on the thing so that we can transmit some... Well, you know what? I think I'm going to call it there. I'm going to do a little research on how we could store multiple crew reports, or if I'm going to have to transmit them back to Kerbal. So I hope you enjoyed the episode. That's 2 episodes with solid successes in them, and a whole bunch of failures, but solid successes. So, I hope you enjoyed the show. I will see you in the next episode. Bye for now.